This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids.
What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus, and I'm going to do this on time this time. By the way, apologies for that Xbox video that preceded this. Kind of got caught up in some other stuff and just forgot to post it and decided, you know what, let me just post it anyway. It feels kind of dated, but I think the point that was made within it kind of still stands to this day. Anyway, so today was the PlayStation 5 showcase, in which a lot of us were kind of anticipating price and release date for the PlayStation 5, which we got. As far as other stuff that was being expected, I wasn't really, me personally, wasn't really looking for anything. Just, basically to see if we were going to get the price and release date. And then from there, whatever else they showed, it's like, okay, cool. Especially considering the times that we are in with COVID and the way the game development has been going due to it and all of that. Like, it still amazes me that we're going to still get these two consoles this holiday season, regardless of what's going on. It's kind of crazy, but hey, they're coming, and we know the details, or at least the key details, as far as both of them are concerned. So let's just go ahead and dive into this conference really quick. I'm going to save the release date and the pricing, in my opinion, of that to last. So they started off with showing a PC emulation of the PlayStation 5, which weirded me out from the start. It's like, okay, but again, going back to the whole developing thing, like, maybe they're not at the point where they can actually show what they have ready for the actual hardware. Curious to know who has dev kits that are completely at the final specs of what the hardware is going to be, and who doesn't. That's why I was kind of weirded out about that, because I was like, y'all should have the PS5 dev kit, right? So it was like, is it they don't have the most modern version, or I don't know. Just caught me off guard. Kind of weird. But we got shown a PlayStation exclusive. Final Fantasy is exclusive to PlayStation again. It used to be Nintendo exclusive, then moved over to PlayStation. So it's back to being a Japanese console exclusive. Final Fantasy 16 was shown. Looks good. Looks kind of dark, like much darker than we were expecting from the Final Fantasy 6 series, but I guess we shouldn't, because I think 13 and 15 kind of have been pushing it further into a more mature light. Hey, the blood splatter on the kid. Clearly, they're going some places they're not used to going, and I'm excited to find out. I am a Final Fantasy fan, so I'm one of those people. So yeah, can't wait to see that. Then they showed Spider-Man Miles Morales gameplay, and it's funny because I wrote this in my notes. Holy shit, looks good. Like, I was always wondering how they were gonna do the gameplay with Miles, because Miles has different abilities. We got to see at least how they use the lightning. Goddamn, Jesus Christ, that thing looks good. So definitely can't wait for that. It will be on PS4 as well as PS5. So if you don't have the funds or don't feel like upgrading, you'll still get to play the experience. By the way, I'll talk about the whole PS5, PS4 thing later, because that seems to be, of course, something internet being internet, that seems to have set them off. Why, I don't know, but okay. I know why, but it still makes no sense to me. Anyway, Harry Potter game, Hogwarts Legacy, coming next year. Nice trailer, I guess, if you're a Harry Potter fan and you were looking for a Harry Potter gaming. Well, here it comes. They showed Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Goddamn, that name is long. Gameplay. Looks like Call of Duty. Then they announced that you will get PlayStation owners will get a early alpha this weekend, exclusive. Free access to the alpha, 918 to 920. So, if you're a Call of Duty fan and you own a PlayStation, go ahead. There's your chance to go ahead and play some of the multiplayer and test it out beforehand. We had Resident Evil 8, or as they're calling it, Village. The clever use of the V and the 3 eyes to look like, ILL. Cool trailer for that. Something I won't be playing because it's a horror game. Fuck you. Showed some Deathloop. Showed a new Deathloop trailer. Said it will be out in quarter 2021. Remember, it got pushed out. It was supposed to, I believe, be a launch title, but it got pushed back. So now it's quarter 2021. Still looks very, very interesting. They kind of gave you a little bit more detail about what you're doing. If you're playing as the male protagonist, you have to hunt down 8 different targets. If you're playing as a female protagonist / antagonist, I guess, you just are hunting down the one guy. I would really like to see more gameplay of that, to see how that whole thing, how dynamic truly works. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition is coming. Then you saw Oddworld, Soulstorm. Oddworld games have always been pretty cool looking. Then they announced a new Five Nights at Freddy's called Security Breach. Again, horror game. Ain't playing that. Amazing that this game series has lasted as long as it has. It's still kicking. You got to see Demon Souls, the remake, in all its glory. Shit looks really, really good. I have never played a Souls game. Haven't been really interested in the Souls game because I don't like griefing myself. So, before all of you who are into the Souls games, getting Demon Souls on the modern console, I'm sure you guys are super excited. I believe they showed Fortnite next. I wrote my notes. Who cares? Yeah, whatever. If whatever for Fortnite. Then you got something called PlayStation Plus Collection shown. It basically was a collection of PS4 games that are going to be included in the PlayStation Plus program. Looks like you'll be able to just download these games and basically play them like you would any other PlayStation Plus game. It was very, very awkward because I saw that and I was just like, yeah, okay, so are you telling me that I can get my hands on, let me see, look it up. Batman, Arkham Knights, Bloodborne, Fallout 4, God of War, Monster Hunter World, Persona 5, and more. Cool. Now, does this mean that you're raising the price of PlayStation Plus to add these things? Because, I saw stuff like Uncharted, all of that. These are big time games. Final Fantasy 15. These are top tier games that they're putting in this PlayStation 5 Plus collection. So very, very curious to know like what that, even more details on that. But yeah, okay. And then of course we got to the release date. Release date being November 12th. That is in, let me see, because they listed different locations. US, Japan, Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, and South Korea. All of those territories will get the PlayStation 5 on November 12th. After that, the worldwide rollout, which is going to be on November 19th. So a week later, everybody else across Europe, South America, Asia, Africa, South Africa. They didn't say anywhere else in Africa, but they were like Europe, the Middle East, South America, Asia, and South Africa. They will all come out then for them then. Now pricing, it is $399 for the digital edition, meaning no disc drive. If you want the disc drive, it's $499. Now, I find that to be fair. And I know a lot of people are griping about how, like, well, you can get the Xbox Series S for $299. And it's just as good. Well, kind of hold the phone. And I think it's funny because a lot of people were thrown off, especially by the information about the clock speed of the processor. Yes, the clock speed for the processors on both the Series S and Series X are the same. But that's where the equality ends, and where I won't say severe, difference, but a significant enough difference between the two. Like, there's a significant enough drop in performance. And I mentioned it in my Xbox Showcase video that when you read up on it on the technical side and go through the comparisons through different various tech sites, you'll find out that there's certain components that are not as good. It's not just a case of the hard drive is half the size of the Series X, and also you don't have a disk drive on the Series S. You have about 6 gigabytes less memory, and maybe 6 gigabytes less memory. You will find like that graphically it is, capped basically at 1440p, which means that it's not 4K, or it will never be like true 4K. They'll probably do checkerboarding and things like that to give you 4K visuals in certain things, but it's not true 4K like they're pushing with the Series X. But you'll get stuff like ray tracing and things like that. So you'll get some of the advantages of having a new next generation console, but you'll have some disadvantages. Most people, the consensus is it's a buffed Xbox One X. So with the PlayStation consoles, you're getting the exact same console, except for you pay $100 less, you don't get the 4K Blu-ray drive. That's the only difference. So you're going to get all the same things that they promised: the 3D audio, the 4K, the potential for 8K, which I find just ridiculous for all of these things. Good lord, you really need 8K. But the ray tracing, all of that stuff, all that comes with it. So it's the same. You're getting the same console, but it's just a matter of, do you want to buy this or not? So I think that's fair. It makes that digital one a lot more attractive because you're basically upgrading from a PS4 or a PS4 Pro, which at launch you pay $400 for each of those. You're paying pretty much another $400, same price at launch for the 5, and the only difference is no disc. Not a bad deal at all. But it's going to be dependent on what you prefer. Now, some other interesting things that came as well. You got pricing. Well, they showed like the different peripherals, but you got details on pricing in a blog, which I'll try to remember to put up for the different accessories. The DualSense wireless controller, if you just want to get an extra one, $70. Controllers are going up $10, y'all. Crazy. Of course, this controller is supposed to be able to do all types of crazy stuff. But yeah, $70. Pulse wireless headset coming out that will be geared towards supporting the 3D audio. It also has a dual noise canceling microphone in it. That's going to be $100. The new PlayStation camera, their HD camera, supposed to be up to 1080p for broadcasting. That's going to be $60. The remote, if you do get the disc base, or I guess if you play a lot of streaming services through your box, you'll be able to use that. That's $30. And then a charging station that charges 2 controllers is $30. So yeah, you also got a little bit of information on what's coming from Sony Studios at launch. They will have Sony Worldwide Studio games at launch. The Astro Playroom is going to be a free add-on game on your PS5. Demon Souls is supposed to be out at launch. Now here's the thing. There's one thing they didn't say, which is going to let you guys know. Expect it with the pricing. And I'm going to have to do a separate video of this, by the way. But that game, Demon Souls, the remake, $69.99. A game called Destruction All-Stars, which I don't recall them showing, but okay. $69.99. Miles Morales, which is an add-on, is going to be $49.99. If you want to get the Ultimate Edition, which basically is Spider-Man, the full game, plus all of the add-on content and Miles Morales, $69.99. Sackboy, A Big Adventure, new Sackboy game that was introduced a while back. That's $59.99. Yeah, $69.99, y'all. I think that's where we're going, but I'll talk about it a little later. Then they went over the specs of the hardware. Again, I'll try to put the link in the description so you guys could see like what details you may have missed or didn't get during the conference itself. But yeah, so that's it. My opinion. Oh, totally forgot. At the end, after they did the price and all that, they teased God of War 5. God of War 2, or God of War Ragnarok, as they call it. And said it's coming out next year. What the fuck? Was not expecting that. Was not expecting that at all. But yeah, get it next year. Jeez, can't wait. Again, separate video has to come for that. So yeah, that's basically it. Overall impressions. And you know, the stuff looked cool, but I really wasn't there for what they were showing. Pleasantly surprised to get gameplay of Miles Morales. Pleasantly surprised to hear Final Fantasy 16 is coming. Beyond that, and the PlayStation Plus collection thing kind of like caught me off guard, and I'm still trying to figure that one out a little bit, but that was cool. But everything else, okay. Again, I was really just there for the price and the release date, like most of us was. So it was solid. Typical PlayStation thing. Like, they showed some stuff. They showed they showed different varieties of gaming across the board and things like that. And it was nice, short, to the point. Bam. There you have it, people. So yeah. Anyway, so that is it. Now, am I gonna get it at launch if I have the money? So y'all want to donate to the PlayStation 5? fun for me, please. But that's the thing with these consoles now. It's all about if you have the money to get it at launch, or if you're willing to wait. Especially with some of the other games, like with Microsoft basically saying full compatibility. At least Sony's showing full compatibility with some of their better PlayStation 4 games. Hey, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, as always, you guys feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you later. This your boy Blak, making some out. Deuces.